Go at your own pace. Move at your own speed. Stop putting pressure on yourself to live up to standards from people you used to know in high school, co-workers, individuals on social media, whether if that's individuals you aspire to be like, you're following, or those following you. This pressure on yourself isn't allowing you to be in the moment to experience the things you're experiencing, how you're experiencing them, how you're supposed to be experiencing them. Don't speed your life up to meet up to standards that are made up. Let's be real, they're made up. They're not real. They're not real. There's nowhere in a particular book that says you should be married at a certain age. There's no book that says you should be a millionaire by a certain age. There's nowhere else saying that you should have things figured out at a certain age. That's been ingrained in us through what the media thinks. And it's time for you to think for yourself. Think for yourself before it's too late. Before you get to the point you are doing things you're not for, to rush the process because you're trying to catch up. Where you see people at, you don't know what they had to go through to get there. You don't know if they're good things or bad things that they did to get there. The things that they have you think you want, how they're dealing with it currently. What are they showing you and what are they not showing you? Because it's about what they're not showing you. You want to get married so quickly, but people forget to realize marriage is one of the toughest things, and it comes with two people working together. So can you also say all the people that look happy in the marriage are happy in the marriage? Can you also think about all the 16-year-old millionaires, 20-year-old millionaires, 20-year-old life coaches on social media, the oversaturation of coaches? Can you also sit down here and say a 20-year-old has more life experience than a 60-year-old? Yet these individuals call themselves life coaches, and they tell you have to have things figured out by a certain point, and you listen to them. Know what I'm saying? Even when it comes to your fitness, you're looking at someone like me, for example, thinking that you look like me training a year. Not possible. Not possible. Why you have not even done it for a consistent year, let alone 15. You get what I'm saying? So stop trying to rush. Stop trying to meet up to a standard that's made up, because you made it up in your own head by over consuming what other people think, things on social media, things even your parents told you, without realizing that they went through things as well and they didn't have it perfect. So why do they expect you to have it perfect? It's not a fair game. So you gotta give yourself the best odds. Take your time. Once you're doing all the things you need to be doing, you're working out consistently, you have a job, you're not spending more than you're making, you have some sort of investments, an RRSP account, a tax-free savings account, you invested in some sort of stocks and bonds and ETFs or whatever it is, you're building some sort of skills somewhere, you're trying to learn a new language, you're trying to have something that is a payable skill, something outside of a trade if you can't do it. If you're doing any of those things consistently while being mindful, you're doing fine. Don't push yourself to go past what you can manage right now. Don't put yourself in debt. Put yourself in harm's way because you're trying to catch up. It's a standard you made up in your own head, and it's hurting you. It's hurting you because you're not realizing where you're at currently, and you're not also realizing that there's people out there doing worse than you. There's people out there less fortunate than you. So while you're in the position you're in, one way to show appreciation is to stay present. Stay in the here. The moment you start to think about the future, you create anxiety. The moment you start to think about the past, you have a lot of regret. The only thing you know is right now. Focus on that. Do what you need to do on a consistent basis. Do what you can do today. Win the day. The first win of the day is not hitting snooze. The first win of the day is ensuring that you have a plan when you get out of that bed and you start being proactive. Dwell on the past, dwell on the future, useless. Because those two things are not things you can immediately control. But I'll tell you this, what you do now will determine your future. What you don't do also will determine if that regret is true from what you're thinking about in the past. Don't let the old you be right, let the future you be proud. All that ensure those things is being in the present moment, doing what you can now. Stop trying to speed up things to please other people. Stop trying to speed up things for other people to say, you are cool now, you are established now, you got to figure it out now, you are mature now. Whatever words they want to use. Remain focused. Don't get distracted from your goals. You have things you have to do. The greater those things are, the more it will require from you and the longer it may take. The character you have to build as well to become what you want to become. Lots of work, not something that comes overnight. So enjoy the process. When I say enjoy the process, it doesn't mean that there's not going to be times throughout the process you're angry, you're mad, you're frustrated. Of course it's going to be there, but bounce back. Remain in it. Remain in your own lane. The moment you look elsewhere, you're going to slow down and eventually swerve in the other lane. Go at your own pace. Go at your own pace. I've posted over 1,000 videos on this channel. I can count on my fingers how many actually did well. But am I going to dwell on what didn't happen, or am I going to keep working towards something? That's the thing. Some people do one video and it does great, and they get 1,000 views, 1,000 followers for one video. For me, 5 years for 4K. If I think about it from that standpoint, I'll think of myself as a failure. But I cannot do that because each person has different opportunities, different life experiences, and glory comes to each person in a different way at different times and seasons. We have to accept that. We cannot control that. Therefore, do what you can do in the moment. Stop trying to rush. Stop trying to Stop trying to rush and stop trying to dwell. Stop dwelling on the past and trying to rush to the future. That's the main point of the video. Move at your own pace. Move correctly. It's better for you to do something once slow and correctly than to try to rush into something, realize you made mistakes, and you have to backtrack to redo it. Do it once correctly. Slow down. Go at your own pace. You're not competing with anybody but yourself. So streamline the process. Make it easier on yourself. Stop putting so much pressure on yourself based on social media, what people you used to know think, and even what your parents think. Your life is your life. Circumstances are always going to be different, so you have to adjust accordingly. In this case, slow down. Do what you can each day. If this video helped in any way, subscribe to the channel. Let me know your thoughts down below on if you feel rushed by everybody around you. And also let me know how you're going to not keep the same mindset. Slow down, okay? Like always, get better every day, optimize yourself. I'll see you next video. God bless you, and we'll catch you next video.